Brutal murder of 14-year-old Emmett Till remains one of the darkest moments in the civil rights era. On August 20th, 1955, the Chicago teen went to visit relatives in Money, Mississippi. While there, Till and a group of friends went into a store to buy candy. Unaware of the racial tone in the Mississippi Delta, Till spoke to a white female storekeeper in a manner she deemed offensive. On August 28, 1955, the storekeeper's husband, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother, J.W. Milam, abducted Till at gunpoint from his great-uncle's home. They drove him to a shed, where they took turns torturing and beating him with a pistol. The pair then drove the battered teen to the edge of the Tallahatchie River. There they ordered him to remove his clothes and shot him in the head. Then they attached a heavy fan to his neck and rolled his body into the river. On August 31st, 1955, the body of Emmett Till was discovered by two young boys. Heartbroken and grief-stricken by the brutality of her son's death, Mamie Till Bradley defiantly held an open-casket funeral in Chicago for her son. She even sent pictures of his disfigured body to newspapers and magazines, saying the whole nation had to bear witness to this. Blacks, including young kids like myself, saw this horrendous picture in Jet magazine and other black publications. In September 1955, Bryant and Milam were indicted for Emmett Till's murder. During the three-day trial, prosecutors presented testimony from Till's great-uncle and Willie Reed, an African-American sharecropper who overheard Bryant and Milam torturing Till. On September 23, 1955, after deliberating for just over 1 hour, the all-white male jury found the defendants not guilty. 7 years after their acquittal, one juror admitted during an interview that most of the jurors believed Bryant and Milam were guilty, but acquitted them because the mandatory punishment of life in prison or death seemed too harsh to impose on white men for killing a black boy.
I'll find my sister's dad.
Rumors and mystery.
Investigators are looking into a possible connection between the disappearance of Vermont Willis of Madisonville and another man. Angela Ingram spoke with Willis's family about their search for answers.
He grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, close to the Madisonville area.
Tania Willis says her father, Raymond, was like her best friend growing up.
All over Cincinnati. Everybody knows my dad. His nickname is Frog.
In June, Tania told her father she was getting married, and he assured her he would be at the wedding, which was to happen this month. But the last time she heard from him was July 1st.
We didn't automatically think, something was wrong until it's like, okay, it's been a week. Where's Dad? So now we're asking his friends and stuff, okay, has anybody talked to Dad?
The family reported him missing. Raymond was living with his girlfriend on Johnson Hill Road in Pike County. Nia says since he went missing, there have been numerous rumors, including one that he ditched his cell phones and ran off into the woods.
Someone's trying to say that my dad is in these woods. I don't know why everyone keeps saying my dad ran into these woods. It just doesn't sound like my dad to run into woods. I don't know.
He has been reported as missing. At about the same time, there was also a Mr. Roush that had been missing too.
The Pike County Sheriff says his office is investigating a possible connection between Raymond's disappearance and another man named Kobe Roush. Sheriff Nelson says there had been a person of interest they wanted to interview for both cases.
He was pretty much of a witness, and he was in Ross County, just across our line a few miles, and OD'd.
The person of interest is now dead. The sheriff says many of the other potential witnesses aren't helpful. Nia just wants her father home.
I do want the public to know that our family has received plenty of tips that my dad has been murdered. There is a lot of anonymous stories that my dad's body is out here somewhere.
In Pike County, Angela Ingram, Local 12 News.
Well, the sheriff says at this point they don't have any concrete proof of whether Willis is alive or deceased. Detectives have now asked the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation